It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little extra. Uncensored, unedited, and almost uninterrupted. Get ready for the most extra podcast known to man. The Ace and TJ Show presents the Extra Funny Podcast.
Hi all. Man, this is a depressing day because it's starting the first full work week for us of 2024.
Full work
Last week we only had Wednesday to Friday working, so 3-day week. I like that.
And it's a long day today.
Yep, sure is. Riggins, you were telling us something about a dog walk that you were on, and you said that you ran into the most millennial couple ever.
Yeah.
What made them so millennial?
The way they dressed, and they were too happy, and like to be walking through the woods. Like, it's not that much fun. I get over it. But you could tell they're from the city because they're just like, oh my God, look, trees, you know? And I was on a greenway in a little town and doing our morning walk. And it was this millennial couple, and they were dressed too well to be walking in the woods. Like, you shouldn't be wearing Yeezys when you're walking through mud. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, and then they had, of course, the obligatory rescue dog, ugly. Not saying all rescue dogs are ugly, but this one really was. And I just had to ask, like, what kind of dog it was.
Yeah, and so you said they immediately wanted to go on and on about how they rescued it.
She lit up like the 4th of July when I asked what kind of dog it was. And she said, well, it's a half pit bull, half cattle dog. I mean, it's the ugliest dog I've ever seen.
Wow.
Just a half pit bull, half cattle dog. He's a rescue from Kuwait.
Oh, from Kuwait.
Yeah.
Kuwaiti rescue.
And I went, I don't even know where Kuwait is.
So it can wrangle the toddlers before it eats their faces.
I guess so. Just gathers them up and then chows down. But yeah, she was really excited. And they start letting their dog come over towards my dog. And that's when I step in. I go, he's not friendly. Even though he is.
My dog's not friendly.
Yeah, he's very friendly. I just don't need your Middle Eastern cattle dog getting closer.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Getting me a quick vet bill here.
Yeah, no thanks. So, yeah, it was just funny.
So people say that all the time. I mean, this could not be more of a millennial when they're talking about somebody who has a, I don't feel like adulting T-shirt on and, picking up their crystals or whatever. I don't think they do that about Gen X people. That's, as Gen X of a couple as you can be.
Yeah, what's a Gen X stereotype? I don't even know that you have them.
I don't know. I don't either.
It's the forgotten generation.
Or is it just that, there's really nothing to make fun of, I think is what it boils down to.
Yeah, I don't know what that stereotypical Gen X couple would be.
So Ace and, would you say Ace and Amanda are more, since he's a Gen X and she's a millennial, are they more millennial or Gen X?
Oh, millennial.
Like she's forced him to be millennial rather than the other way around?
Yeah, she's definitely drawn him into it, but they identify as millennial.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, I think they're probably doing TikToks and, all that kind of stuff. If you look at the stuff that we have in our house, I forgot what it was the other day. Something about food. And I said something, and Amanda goes, no, Dax only get the organic something. I was like, yeah, I think he'll be all right. It'll be fine. The dog only gets water out of the Brita pitcher.
Yeah.
Unless nobody else is awake when I do it. It's
poisoning that dog.
Come on, it's this water come out of the tap, man. What are we doing? Just
I thought you loved that dog.
I know. I do love that dog with all my heart. But yeah, I don't.
It don't sound like it.
It's tap water.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem. But she knows every place every location, every neighborhood, everything that's been built on top of coal ash. She's loaded and locked in with the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, so Riggins, you're saying instead of his raising her up to be in the better generation, he's let her bring him down to the lesser generation.
Well, I wouldn't frame it that way as a millennial myself, because I think we're superior. But it's good because you don't want it to go that way, because that means she's old for her age.
Yeah,
It's keeping him young.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, in theory, it's going to keep him young.
Yeah, I guess, but I just can't bring myself to ever say that anything is better as a millennial than a Gen X.
I don't know that they're better or worse. It's different. Different. A lot of times it's a different way to do it.
I know, but even if
Yeah.
I thought it was better, I wouldn't say it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because you don't want to talk down about yourself.
Right.
You'd always think that yours is the best.
Mhm.
Sure. You should anyway, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you
look
could
at
be
this.
wrong.
He's got a matching tracksuit on.
yeah.
I know. It's one of the things
You
she
don't
gave me
see
for Christmas.
Gen Xers doing that.
I know. Exactly.
The internet says a stereotype about Gen Xers is that they're world weary. Is it? Would you say that's true?
World weary or wary?
It said weary, I think. Let me make sure.
Weary is like
even know.
tired.
Yeah.
Tired of the world.
Ugh. It says world weary and disengaged.
Oh yeah.
You're on your phone all the time.
I'm sure you're right.
upstairs in
Disengaged.
that couch room. Or down there in that basement.
Yeah. And there are times I wish I were disengaged. Because you talk about if I called every negative feeling anxiety, I'd be riddled with it from not being disengaged.
Well, maybe you actually have anxiety. You just don't want to call it that.
No, I got a vaccine for it. I got vaccinated off of anxiety.
I would say Ace and Amanda are more millennial than Tech D Rob and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Tech D Rob and his girlfriend are millennials.
Meredith's not a good example of a millennial, to be fair.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. I always imagine everything millennial, right or wrong. I'm just like right or wrong. When you see a girl with tattoos who smokes, you think that she's easier, more, giving of herself sexually to more people. And right or wrong, I automatically think millennial is liberal.
See, and that's
When I hear the word millennial, I first think liberal.
yeah, I agree. But in my case, she's not liberal politically
Yet.
at all.
I don't know. She's insisting on organic.
Knowing where the coal ash is.
Yeah.
Yeah, God forbid.
Ugh.
Yeah, but she just made a post yesterday about the what is it, the Epstein list.
Jeez.
Don't you think if these people were Republican, you'd already be talking about it? I think so. I don't know. She came out firing.
She's on the Trump train.
Did you tell her she made that post?
Yeah, I did. She asked me what I thought about it.
You said,
that's
"Hey, in
business.
case
Get
anybody
after
asks, you posted a political thing while you were out there measuring the coal ash."
Well, didn't she also post that she thought your baby was a reincarnation of Bob Marley yesterday?
What?
Well, yeah, but that's kind of a joke, Rob. That's
She seemed pretty serious to me.
Reincarnation and Bob Marley.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He loved Bob Marley. Three Little Birds. He just whatever it is, but that song makes him smile every time.
maybe it's the dope you're giving him.
Could be.
Organic.
Could be the
AKA
organic
laced with
weed we're dropping into his food. You never know.
My man can hold his own out there.
That's right.
He smokes more than we do. You gotta be Bob Marley.
I saw a great millennial post yesterday on TikTok. This young woman was like, I love being in bed so much that I need to go lay down 4 hours before I fall asleep. Because when I'm asleep, I don't even get to enjoy my bed.
I will say that Meredith sent me that, so she did agree with that one.
Oh, really? She saw it too? Yeah, I mean, and she sets up like her little night table. It's like a folding tray that she brings out when she just wants to reset in bed.
But
And
that's
she lights
not-
her candle and does her
She would freak out though if somebody called her lazy.
probably.
Take offense to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, she's up and she's doing things like scrolling or whatever she would be doing sitting on the couch. She just has to do it in bed. But for 4 hours before you go to bed, that's a long time. I think we used to call that depression.
Yeah, exactly.
Spending that much time. But she's got everything is very soft pink and blushes and white, and it's very pretty. She lights her candle. She does her skincare routine. She puts on her face mask, gets her Stanley cup of water, gets her iPad, her Kindle, her phone, charges them up.
Golly, it's so
You
many
know,
things.
it's a whole thing. But I was like, there's a millennial for you.
But in the bed.
In the bed.
For in saying I can't enjoy my bed because I'm asleep.
Right. And I just enjoy being in bed so much.
Yeah,
But does Meredith do that, Rob?
yeah. When she comes home, she doesn't like to watch TV out in the living room, so she goes watches it in bed.
And kind of stays there until dinner or then goes to bed.
Yeah.
So does she get like in the bed under the covers or just sit on top of the bed and watch TV?
She's in the covers.
Ready for in case she falls asleep?
No,
Okay.
she's not falling asleep. She's watching murder. She's intent on it.
Snug as a bug in a rug.
So what time does she get home on an average day, Rob?
Probably about 6 or 7-ish.
Okay, so she gets home about 6. And she's worked a long day. She's taught and then she tutors afterwards or something or watches a house or something?
No. I mean, sometimes she babysits afterwards, but that's about it.
Okay. So at 6, does she come home with food?
Sometimes she'll call and ask if I want food or whatever. But a lot of times, lately I've had my own food at home. So
Right. So she comes home. Does she take food to the bed?
no, she won't eat. She doesn't eat food in bed unless she's sick.
Okay. So she walks in, eats, then immediately goes and gets in the bed.
Pretty much.
And will she stay in the bed the rest of the night?
Yeah, she'll get up to like take nightly medicine and stuff,
Yeah.
and let the dogs out and stuff.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a millennial.
Like in her pajamas.
Yeah. Oh,
Or does she wear pajamas to school?
no, she doesn't wear pajamas to school. She switches into her pajamas as soon as she gets home.
Yeah. 4 hours in bed before you
wild.
even go to sleep.
I like being in bed as much as the next person, but I think 4 hours before you're going to plan on falling
Yeah.
asleep, it's like I still got things to do 4 hours before I go to bed.
Isn't that how you get bed sores?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna like the old people in Charlie and the Chocolate
It's
Factory.
gonna be like Grandpa Joe.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, and no wonder she's, her enemy number one in her life is bed bugs.
Yeah,
She's so scared of them. They'll ruin her life. What would she do?
yeah.
She wouldn't have anywhere to go.
Just standing in the living room.
But is that because, would she do that, Rob, even if, well, I don't know. Does she have access to a TV that you're not using?
I mean, I've let her watch TV in the living room when I'm out there. I don't care.
Do you think it's just
let her watch
an
TV in the
escape
living
from you?
No, because she's in the bed when I'm out at like D&D on a night. She's in the bed watching TV.
It's her safe space.
Like a crib, huh?
I guess.
Kind of. Want to be swaddled.
Chronic adolescence.
Yeah. And I think that, again, back to your point about chronic adolescence, I think that's why those weighted blankets have taken off so much.
Of
'Cause It's like a
course.
swaddling.
Yeah.
It takes you back to the womb. You know? Comfort, safety.
Man. It's craziness.
Weighted blankets are good though, man.
Is she under your weighted blanket when she's in the bed?
She hates the weighted blanket.
Oh, she does.
If it even like if I take it off and it touches her, she acts like it's crushing her.
Because they are. I mean, they're like 40 pounds.
Probably
Crazy.
Knock the breath out of her.
It actually really is crushing her. Yeah, I mean, occasionally I would like to have a day where you just wake up and like, I'm just going to lay in the bed this morning, watch a little TV and just, be lazy. It never happens, but I would like that. That would be great. But I can't imagine it.
But
Coming home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm going to get to bed. I'm not going to sleep until 8:30 or 9, but wow.
But if you wake up and you stay in the bed for a little while on your day off to watch TV or something, you're not. I wouldn't think you'd go more than an hour after you wake up and sitting in there watching TV.
Oh no, I
You
can go
gotta
longer
get
than
up.
that. Oh yeah, I could.
Oh.
Yeah, I could wake up and just like put them. What are we doing? Or grab something to eat or drink or whatever, then put a movie on, and sit there and kick back and.
Okay, I know why that is. Then it's because you love being in a hotel so much. That's kind of a hotel feel.
Yeah, probably so.
You know, just
I do.
wake up and stay in the bed and get something to eat and eat in bed like room service. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd much rather
represents
stay
that.
in a hotel than Airbnb. I love hotels.
I can't watch TV
Awesome.
in bed. I can't pay attention to the show if I'm in bed. I don't know what it is about me, but
There you go, Riggins. There's another Rob thing for you.
Bed. What happens when you get in bed?
I like it. If Meredith's watching TV, I can't get into whatever she's watching just because I don't know. I just can't get into TV when I'm in bed.
So if you went and got in bed by yourself and turned on a movie that you were wanting to watch, you wouldn't be able to pay attention to it.
I've tried many times and I just can't finish it anymore. I started the movie and I just start doing something else instead. Playing on my phone.
You're in bed.
No, I mean like playing on my phone.
his
Oh.
Yeah.
I
He
just
loses
won't watch-
interest if he's in bed, Riggins. He has to be in movie watching mode,
Which is on the
like
couch.
in the position. But it's still not upright. He's
Correct.
lying down. He's just not in the bed. Something about being in the bed makes it to where you can't focus.
You can't focus.
You'd think that if I did all this stuff, my brain would be like, all right, the bed's for sleeping and we can go to sleep now that you're here. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and I think that's why people have problems sleeping now. They're spending so much time in the bed watching TV, doing
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
that it
very
becomes
well could
not a
be.
place for sleeping.
Yeah.
It tricks your brain.
Because your body no longer understands, okay, this is where you shut down now.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go to sleep. Yeah, when you do everything in the bed, then even your body doesn't understand the changes.
Well, that hasn't been a hindrance on Meredith. So
Yeah, she passes right out. Mm-hmm. Are the CPAPs on the floor on either side?
no, we get side tables.
Side tables for the CPAP.
Yeah.
Oh, but if you had them on a tripod, that'd be pretty cool if you could
Yeah.
put one up on a tripod.
You suspend them from the ceiling.
They do have. I was looking into it, maybe getting a wall hook for mine.
Nice.
That way, it's not. I still have because I'm losing space. I have almost no space on my nightstand anymore. With that on there,
Yeah.
my phone charger, and then my box fan as well on the nightstand.
You have the fan on
Yeah,
the
remember the box
nightstand?
fan blows right in his
It's
face.
right in my face. Yep.
It's like his desk.
Yeah.
Shit on there.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast. More next.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hi, I'm Thomas Davis, and let me tell you why I'm a proud member of Team Neogenics.
If your nagging pain is keeping you from being active, do something about it. Join the long list of pros and average Joes who have found relief with our stem cell and regenerative therapies.
After trying all the others, I decided to try Neogenics. My knees and shoulders haven't felt this good since my college days. If you want to get back in the game, do what I did. Visit Neogenics, where all you have to lose is pain.
When it comes to your money and things like a cash out refi, you hear a lot of stuff these days. Information is flying around, but here's the bottom line. You want someone you can trust. Well, here is someone that we trust. Richard Toccato and the Richard Toccato Companies. We worked with Richard for years, and you know all the ins and outs, and more importantly, you give everybody options.
That's right. We have a lot of options. You know, this one lady, we just refinanced her house, paid off all of her credit card debts. She even paid her car off. She's saving $1,000 a month. So that really changes her life and her, you know, her financial well-being.
Yeah.
And she didn't have to make a house payment until 2024. So, I mean, there's not a better time to do it is when you need the extra money every month.
They call it cash out, is what we call it in the business.
Cash out.
Cash out.
That's right. Cash out.
So it's one free 5-minute phone call right now, 704-800-4719, 704-800-4719, or go to homewithrichard.com. Do it today. You'll be so glad you did. The Richard Toccato Companies.
More than just a little funny. This is Extra Funny. This is the Ace and TJ Show's Extra Funny Podcast.
Tonight is the national championship game in the college football. It'll be the Michigan Wolverines against the Washington State Huskies. Is it Washington State or just Washington?
Washington.
Washington Huskies.
University of Washington Huskies.
Yeah. So, last week's semifinals playoff game between Washington's Huskies and the Texas Longhorns, if you look at things the way I do from a political prism at all times, could possibly be the most liberal represented college playoff game we've ever had. Austin against Seattle. Woo! I couldn't even watch it. They wouldn't let me. As a conservative, they won't let me watch games between Austin and Seattle. No, sir.
It has one of those things like, "Are you a robot?" at the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah, there must have been a lot more.
Absolutely.
There must have been a lot more people too, TJ, because the Alabama-Michigan game, I just looked it up, drew 27.2 million viewers, but the Washington-Texas game drew 18.4 million, so almost 10 million fewer viewers for the second game. Well, over 10 million. Right, Timmy.
Yeah. So. Y'all don't think of those things. Like if there are two teams playing, whether it's a professional or college or whatever, I look at where the teams are from, and I will because if I don't know either one of, or if I don't care about either one of them one way or the other, I'll pick the one that's from the less liberal city and root for them.
No, it sounds exhausting to do that. Quite frankly.
Well, it's not any work. I just look at them and go, okay, so let's see. The San Francisco 49ers playing the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, well, both liberal cities, but I guess Baltimore would be less liberal than San Francisco, so I'll root for them.
Is there any city that isn't liberal, though?
No. Not in the NFL.
Not in the NFL.
Not big cities like that. But when you're talking about colleges, some of those cities aren't big. You know, you don't have to be a big city to have a big college.
Yeah, I got to be honest though, I never think of it that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. You always root according to race.
Right.
Who's got more whites?
I always root for who's got the whites.
I'm always against the whites.
Or the whites.
I bet if you told somebody that's how you pick teams, they would freak out with it. Whoever's got the most whatever color players. Well, I mean, if you said white, you could pick.
Yeah.
You know, anybody else could say, like Alexis could say, she looks at whichever team has the most, Latino players and roots for them. Nobody would think anything about it.
There aren't many Hispanic football players, are there?
Yeah.
That's got to be the most, of our country's races, the most popular, that's got to be the most underrepresented.
They make up for it in baseball, though.
Yeah.
They more than make up for it in baseball. They don't allow any players but Hispanic players in baseball now. You know who's really starting to show up in football? The Hawaiians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're really the guy with the catfish girlfriend. I mean, he really broke through that glass ceiling.
Manti Te'o.
Yeah.
Panthers got a Frankie Louvu on their team.
Frankie who?
Frankie Louvu. He's
Louvu?
Samoan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dagum, The Rock used to play in the NFL.
The Rock never played in the NFL.
His daddy did, didn't he? Didn't his dad play in the NFL?
I don't think so.
I thought he did.
No, The Rock played in the CFL.
Oh, okay.
And he was cut from a couple of NFL teams.
Tua's Samoan, right?
Yeah, Tua.
Yeah.
And Tua's brother will probably end up one day. I think he's going to.
Yeah.
Is he about to be a ninth year senior?
He's trying to be a sixth year.
Yeah. And I heard Kirk Cousins was entering the portal.
What was that quarterback last year that was like 29 when he graduated?
From Georgia?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Oh,
but
Stetson Bennett
Stetson
the
Bennett,
third or the fourth. I'm sorry, Stetson Bennett.
It happens every few years. You get one of the. It used to be you'd get those guys that would go play baseball for 4 or 5 years, and then realize they weren't going to become a pro baseball player. And was it Danny Cannell? Was that one? Went to Florida State. Chris Winkie did it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was old when he came to the Panthers. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was because he went. I think he played 5 years of pro baseball. Didn't make it to the Cubs, and so he decided I'm going to go back to college and accept that football scholarship to Florida State.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why can't Kirk Cousins go back into college, get in the portal, if he wanted to? They're letting everybody else of all ages play.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. How old is Kirk Cousins? He's been in the NFL for
he's
12
pretty
years
old.
or whatever.
Yeah, he's an older gentleman. He is 35 years old.
Right. He's getting in the portal. I bet they could. Anybody who left college a year with a year of eligibility left, and they played in the NFL, they could probably still let them. Depending on who they are, they'd push for them to get put back in college for that last year.
Might be better money than they're making in the NFL.
Yeah, now the college players are making so much.
Jim Harbaugh said the other day that everybody should give. He goes, I don't know a number, but let's just start with 5 to 10%. He said everybody, whatever the league is making off of their TV contract, they should give 5% of that. Coaches should give 5%. Like head coaches, he said specifically, should give 5%. Blah blah, and it should all go into a pool of money, and all that money should be distributed to the athletes. He said you could do that in every sport.
Hell yeah.
Blah blah blah. Then immediately, people start that he's not coming back to college. You drop a plan like that, you're trying to start a mutiny. You're getting out.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
My son is, he's halfway through his junior year of college now. And I don't even know if the college that he attends has this type of sport. But if I could go back now and coach him when he was young and shoot for this as a goal to be a college cornholer, that'd be a great, because they have college cornhole teams, and you get scholarships and sponsors and all kinds of stuff.
Well, we've already had the conversations about Dax already has his first pair of golf clubs. Like college golf, that's a great scholarship to get. And as the guy said, I saw this guy the other day on the PGA Tour. I forgot his name, and they were asking him. He said, "Yeah, I'm not going to win here. My game's not set up to win at wherever they were playing." He said he named like 3 or 4 places. He goes, I will never win at these particular courses because my game is not set up for these courses. And they said, well, why do you show up? He goes, well, 20th still pays pretty well. Yeah. They pointed that 20th paid something like $350,000 for the weekend. It's like, yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, man. I can still show up here, finish 20th, and get paid.
Yeah, you're playing a game. It's fun.
But I just would want my son to do that, because I would want to be able to tell people my son is a professional cornholer. That's all I was going for there.
Pro.
Just say, hey, he's made me proud because he allows me to tell people he's a cornholer.
He's a cornholer.
Does that really exist?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they show their tournaments and all on ESPN.
What's
or
like
one of the ESPNs.
What's a hot school for? Do you know? Is it the SEC cornholers that are better than other?
No, I doubt it. I don't know. It's probably Michigan and those types of places where they have a lot of. Well, I would think they would do it indoor, because the tournaments are held indoors, I think.
University of South Carolina wins National College Cornhole Championship. Let's see.
Yeah, to me it seems like a Southern thing, cornhole.
Yeah, so South Carolina is this is taking forever to pull up, but is your
Teams
trying to see if they have a full list of teams. Minnesota, Iowa, Florida State, SMU, TCU.
The uniforms are banging.
They're
It's awesome.
Yeah, tell them to get on that.
But I mean, being a person that knows how to play cornhole. I mean, it is a practiced skill, and this little cornhole tournament for charity that my little friend Jenny has every year. I mean, there are guys that show up that play cornhole every weekend in tournaments and all. And I mean, you can tell the difference between them and just, some gym members who decided to get some friends together to participate in the tournament. I mean,
do they wear like knee braces and stuff? Is there anything that would make them stand out?
No, but you can tell the way that they place the bag on the board, or where they can put it, like if they wanted to just put it to block you from going, and how they can surround the hole to keep you from getting in. It's just, or slide their bag behind yours if you're just sitting on and get into the hole. I mean, it's just like playing golf. Whenever you hit it in a certain place to make it backspin or forward spin or whatever.
People that are really good at that are pretty amazing at that. That's a difficult thing to. I mean, I guess
the golf or the cornhole.
Cornhole.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to hit this bag. I'm going to hit the back of the hole so that I don't touch the one that's covering the front half of the hole and make it go in there. Just bam, drop it in, bam, like crazy.
You got to figure that they've been playing their whole lives. Like they started with toss across.
Yeah,
it was their favorite game as a kid.
I had to toss across. That was a badass game.
Did y'all know toss across? It was a beanbag game. You set up the little square thing. It stood up off the ground a little bit, and it had X's and O's on it. And you flip it over so they're blank, and then you hit it with the beanbag and try to make a tic tac toe.
Spins around.
Yeah,
the blocks spin around.
Make a tic tac toe. I always think the professional cornholers started out like that was Little League. T-ball was the toss across.
I hadn't thought about toss across in forever.
But I'm sure they're going to be. I don't know if that you can Google this. Do they already have college pickleball teams?
That was what I was going to ask. I wonder if pickleball's going to be a thing.
Let's see.
For scholarships and stuff.
Is it PLEB? The UNCSA pickleball team will launch in the fall. There are currently 46 universities across the country competing in pickleball. Will pickleball be an NCAA sport? It has not been sanctioned, though that could change in the future. Numerous colleges have club pickleball teams, and more Americans play the sports than softball, volleyball, and other established sports.
Well, there you go.
Making a good point. You have a college tennis team, you have a college volleyball team, and if you've got more people in the country playing volleyball or playing pickleball than volleyball or tennis, it only makes sense they will eventually be an NCAA pickleball teams.
Yeah, but the people playing it are old.
I think people are playing of all ages are playing pickleball.
I don't think lower than say 35-year-olds play pickleball a lot. But the 35-year-olds are the ones that they'll get out and take over a parking lot when the store's closed and things like that. And then the older pickleball players are the ones that would, stab little kids in the head if they tried to come up there and run them off their pickleball court. They're the ones who are just crazy about it.
The average age of pickleball players is, this was in 2021. The average age was 38.1. Which was down almost 3 years from the previous year. 18 to 24 is the most popular growing demographic of pickleball.
But that still doesn't mean there are a lot of them. Like we could say we're the fastest growing radio show in America.
Yeah, but I mean, based on this, the average age.
We added 3 listeners a week.
Average, that's a good question.
Sounds good, though.
Yeah.
We have the fastest growing app in the Apple App Store. I said that a couple weeks ago. It's true.
But anyway, if it's a college sport, I mean, it'll be.
I think
it'll be something that somebody can put on one of these all sports networks can throw on there for some program. If they're putting poker on, they might as well put pickleball and cornholing.
Do you want to watch that though?
No.
I'd rather watch poker than either of those.
I like watching college bowling.
Yeah,
that
bowling,
can be pretty good.
I enjoy watching bowling. It's interesting.
Yeah. Volleyball, certainly. Those can be exciting, but like watching somebody play cornhole, I mean, good Lord. Not for me.
I would rather watch somebody play cornhole than golf.
Oh, really?
I'd rather watch someone play with their balls than golf. It'd be more exciting.
Neogenics presents the Extra Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ Show. Click on acetj.com/neogenics. More extra funny next.
When it's time for you to upgrade any of the furniture in your house, the first thing you need to do is check out Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. You're going to love the people that run Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture. Go to acetj.com/mattress and find them. When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that. But not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
It's more than just a great room that makes the Hyatt-centric South Park Charlotte such a special hotel. It's the great restaurants, the great bar, the great meeting rooms, and a superior location. Make reservations and get details at acetj.com/Hyatt. Today, every company is a technology company. No matter what type of business you're doing, you are a technology company in some fashion. But becoming a fully enabled digital workplace is not easy. That's why you should let CompuCom guide you. CompuCom is a proven leader in managed IT services. They deliver innovative solutions designed for how you work today and, most importantly, for how that will transform tomorrow. They help you deliver results. Just go to CompuCom.com for details. That's CompuCom.com. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com. Give the gift of health and community with the Gaston County Family YMCA membership. It's more than just a gym. It's an opportunity to join a community, receive support for health and wellness, and participate in programming for all ages. Get details at GastonYMCA.org.
If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to BradhamBrothers.com.
Live on the Ace and TJ app every weekday at 9 a.m. and download it wherever you want. This is Ace and TJ's Extra Funny Podcast.
Hey, when y'all see these stories about stores that are selling items that that customers have complained look like they're, vulgar or whatever, don't you think a lot of times they notice it when they're putting them on the shelves and they just...
Yes. Yeah.
They've got to be able to see what that looks like. Sure. Because Kmart now, there's a Kmart that the people are saying these candles look like X-rated bedroom toys. And the fact that they're flesh colored makes it even worse.
It's an ugly candle.
Yeah. I think maybe the candles just they got kind of melted or something, and
but they know that
they're off. They're not straight. They look like they're floppy or something.
Yeah, I think they know that. They put that up there. Somebody looked at those and went, "Hey, man, you have this sort of penis?"
But I can't see that coming from Kmart corporate. If this were a local store or something, you could kind of see where they're just doing it for the publicity. But would Kmart corporate be okay with this? Because you don't have individually owned Kmarts.
Not that I know.
Like franchises.
Yeah, but they did do the Ship My Pants commercials.
Yeah, they did.
And they're a little crass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I shipped my bed.
I
shipped my pants.
I thought those were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing for a while. And then sometimes I'll still see people on social media whose account names have something to do with the Ship My Pants or whatever. Like they said, that's what I'm going to make my Instagram name be when they set up their accounts. And that was years ago, and people don't even think about that anymore. But now that's still their Instagram account.
Stuck around.
Ship My Pants.
I learned something interesting the other day. For Christmas, a couple weeks before Christmas, I took in, I had two things that I got framed for Cade, my son, who's 21. And they were finally ready. He and I went and picked them up Saturday. So we go over there and get the thing, and the lady has the framing section is in the back on the right. She goes, okay, so we've got to check out at the counter up at the front. And I said, okay. And she started walking. I said, oh, we can take those. You don't have to go up there. She goes, no, I'm sorry. I do have to walk them up there. And I said, oh, so we don't walk out like it's theft? And she goes, oh, no, even though there's a lot of theft here. She said, it's because until they're paid for, they belong to us. If anything breaks, it's got to be my responsibility, not yours. I said, okay, I understand that. That's fair. I said, really? I didn't think Hobby Lobby would have a lot of stuff being stolen. She goes, and she looks at me and goes, it's because we don't prosecute anybody. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, really? She goes, it's a very big problem here. Like, Okay. I had no idea. Thanks for that information.
Yeah, that's why Kmart, they used to be the same way. I don't know if they still are or not. But Walmart is the opposite.
Yeah.
That's why they're known to prosecute. Right? If you try to steal from them or you do steal from them, no matter how big or small, they're gonna take the full extent of the law. And that's why you never see anybody try to shoplift at Walmart.
Yeah, never ever
working out fine.
Yeah, never ever. But Hobby Lobby's not a place I would think people are stealing from. I don't know why. Maybe it's because
craft supply. Maybe
it seems harder to steal, but I guess it depends on what you're stealing.
I'm stealing 1,000 googly eyes.
We're gonna hit Michael's after this.
Yeah,
steal 10 pounds of baby's breath.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they have at Hobby Lobby.
I don't really either.
I know it's a good company, good Christian company, supposedly. But I don't go in. That doesn't make me want to go in there.
Hell no.
Yeah. I just went in there because
I'm
I
not
thought
interested
it was
in
the
that
cheapest
kind of
place
thing.
to get frames done.
He's done the research. He knows the cheapest place to get frames.
Well, I know a place that I normally get frames done, and Amanda thinks it's wildly overpriced. Turns out, it wasn't as overpriced as we thought because I thought it was expensive.
Yeah, all framing is expensive.
Framing is expensive. Really, way more expensive than I expected it to be.
How much is your monthly budget on framing it?
I know. He said, I do all my framing there.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I hadn't framed anything in a long time. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, Ace frames more stuff than a concrete pourer.
Yeah, not anymore.
Babe, we got to cut back on this framing budget.
Yeah, not anymore.
We ain't accomplished nothing to be framed in a long time.
That is sad but true. That is sad but true.
It's the Ace and TJ Show with a little something extra. This is the Extra Funny Podcast.